go.
Yes, please.
Welcome back, everyone, to Gundam at MAHQ. This is one of your hosts, Neo, and joining me always is Soulbro and Chris.
What's happening,
Guys,
everybody?
say hello.
Welcome, guys.
Yo.
All right. How was the extended break, guys? Anything exciting happen?
Just work.
Raining a lot here, so
Yeah. Work, rain, a kiss of cold weather, then back to the sweltering heat of Florida. The state can't catch a break, man. This sucks. I just want a week where I can wear a jacket. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. Not wait until high noon and then take the jacket off. That seems like a fucking jip. Yeah, here we are.
At least you save money on coats and jackets.
We did. We now live in a world post the Patriots having five Super Bowl rings, man.
Oh yes.
Oh
yes.
Boy, yo, we live in Brady Nation now.
No, we don't. None
Brady...
of us live in Brady Nation unless you live in Massachusetts. So.
Well, we dodged that bullet, guys. We dodged it. But shout out to everybody who's watching, man. Thanks for tuning in to the live show. If you're watching it live, you can also catch the archives over on the over on iTunes, of course, or when you download the audio version of the show. And if you're not watching on YouTube, you can check us out on youtube.com/Gundam MAHQ. Check out our archives of our previous streams as well. But back to you, Neil.
All right. Well, this is episode 185 of Gundam at MAHQ. And in this episode, we're going to be looking at episodes 6 through 10 of Season 2 of Mobile Suit Gundam, Iron-Blooded Orphans, open paren, shirtless guys all the time, close paren. So that's pretty much what it seems like.
Is that what it is?
Oh, my God.
So shirtless.
Yes. So yeah, we'll be talking about our thoughts, doing a quick brief of each episode. Not too much in there, but highlights, lowlights, and of course our ratings. And you all know that Soulbro will like this episode. Every episode he'll like. I found this one pretty damn good.
Oh boy.
There you go. So guys, anything as I saunter over to the Larry King Memorial News Studio for some Neo's listener submitted news?
All I can think of is if you guys want to contribute to the conversation, aside from the chat, you guys can also use the hashtag Gundam Live 185 and be able to contribute to the conversation as well. We'll be looking at Twitter later to see what you guys have to say. So thanks for anybody who participates, and I'm all good.
All right. Well, the first article we have here comes from Yokozuna Bulldozer, and this is Soulbro, you might like this. It looks at a Mega Man X novels to be released with illustrations by the Mega Man X manga artists.
Oh,
so
boy.
Looks like this is going to be coming scheduled to be released in the past here, January 26, 2017. So that was in Japan. So I don't know if anybody has gotten a hold of that, maybe respond in the chat or tweet about it. So thank you, Mr. Yokozuna Bulldozer, for your submission. And he comes back with another submission, and this sounds really bad, and nobody hate on me on this. He says Sir John Hurt had passed away. He sounded familiar. Who the hell was this guy again? I know he was an actor.
I know the role you probably know him best from is remember Aliens? Remember the dude who got the chest burster? Alien. Let me fix my face.
Alien.
Yes, Alien.
Jeez.
Yes, I mean, let me correct myself. He was the guy.
He was the first victim.
He was the first victim, and he also reprised his role in Spaceballs as well.
He was the.
He was also
villain in
Ollivander in Harry Potter. He was asshole dictator guy in V for Vendetta.
the father of Hellboy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was Hellboy's dad, right? Holy
yeah,
shit!
okay.
I totally
He was,
forgot about that.
the War Doctor on Doctor Who.
That's right.
He just seems like it's like one of those guys, like you see he was pretty prolific and you kind of recognize the name, but then it's like I couldn't really, put where he was from, so or what he did. Well, I know he's an actor. I know what he did, but well, thank you, Mr. Yokozuna Bulldozer, for your submission. Oh, the next one here comes from EA Net, dude, and it looks like Vertical Incorporated, our guys at the Vertical Publishing. It looks like they're going to publish Gundam Wing: The Glory of the Losers manga, and the first volume is going to be available on July 20th. So that inside information I got about 2 years ago seems like it seemed like the necessarily inside information on Glory of the Losers, but it kind of figured it was going to be Gundam Wing. So.
Well, speaking of inside information, no confirmation of this, of course, but I wonder if Vertical's timing on this is that they know something, like say something from Right Stuff.
Oh, yeah.
In terms of tying things in, because for those who have been following Right Stuff's releases, they just announced dates for some of the more recent things, like the MSG trilogy on Blu-ray, 8th MS Team on Blu-ray, 0083. So all that's left for them to release of Universal Century is Igloo, and then for the second half of this year, they'll be diving into alternate universes. And I have literally seen every single Facebook post from Right Stuff, Nozomi, whatever, and the top question is always, when's Wing and when's G? So I'm thinking that they just have Wing on their calendar for this year because the Blu-rays came out in Japan a long time ago, so there's no issues there. And that's what finally made Vertical pull the trigger.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's not too bad. I'm glad.
So you're saying that companies may talk to each other and try to stagger their releases based on each other's release schedules? Is that what you're saying?
Isn't that nuts? I mean, well,
it sounds like synergy.
Yes. Well, Ed Chavez did say either to us or in some other interview way back that they were trying to see if the Origin anime was going to come out earlier than expected,
right?
To tie in with them doing the manga.
True. That is true.
That makes sense, and I'm glad to see that they announced another synergy. Exactly. I'm glad to see they announced another project to translate and bring over here because a lot of people have been starved for some good Gundam manga. Gundam style. Let's go.
That's the Chinese knockoff of Gundam.
Gundam.
You been watching Space Gundam V again, Soul Bro?
I sure have. I gotta get my knockoffs.
Amuro gets into the Gundam. Amuro, what are you doing?
Amuro.
He's a Miro, or they always got to be a little off. Amuro gets in the Gundam. Char with 2 R's. It's a little different. So thank you, Mr. EA Netu, for your submission. Oh, the next one here comes from Vent Noir, and it looks like Pacific Rim: The Uprising, the new film that's going to be coming out here shortly. Shared its first official image of John Boyega as Stacker Pentecost's son. So, dude, did they have his name here?
It's a good question. I don't think they've revealed it yet.
This is off the Anime News Network. Looks like the movie's going to come out February 23rd, 2018. Filming's taking place in China and Australia. Blah, blah, blah.
They should call him Stacker Jr.
Yeah, it's Stacker Jr. That sounds like...
Junior Stack.
I'm telling you.
They need like somebody to get a Jack in a Box.
They need to call him Stringer Pentecost, man. It's a nice inside joke. Yo, String. Be the best.
He wouldn't be piloting a Jaeger. He'd just be selling drugs on.
Be trying to hit them corners.
Yo, Omar's coming. Omar coming.
Be trying to be a legitimate businessman.
Yeah. I was chasing.
Oh, nice.
So thank you, Mr. Vent Noir, for your submission. Oh, we've got a couple. We got 3 in a row, Soul Bro. But you only need to do it once. But you need to do it loud and proud.
Shit! You ready?
It's the best news alert that we've been waiting for these because these are the best. We haven't had too many in a while, so just hit it.
Is it time to let it rip? Let's do it.
Let it rip.
Oh, here we go. I lost it. Here we go. Here it's going now.
Michael Bay. Oh my God, that's bullshit. What the?
I can't.
Take it away.
All right. Yes, that's survey news alert. Oh, and the first one comes here that this comes from Vent Noir, And his description's kind of funny, so I got to load the article here. But he's saying Michael Bay is making a sci-fi dystopian movie based on Trump, and words have lost all meaning.
What?
So I don't know what this is. So this is based on IO9. It looks like dystopian project Little America. It's apparently set in the near future where a Trump-like president has bankrupted the country. China has called in all debts. Americans are migrating to China looking for work. It's described as sci-fun.
So basically, this movie is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Is this really a movie, or is this a
Documentary.
real-time documentary?
Like the Highlander.
Oh my god. An accurate projection.
Or
Oh.
is this the future, or is this just June? So okay.
Question: will this movie already be outdated by the time it even comes out because the world will have ended, and will all be Mad Max style with mohawks and spiked armor?
Well, here's the other question: when this movie does come out, would there even be movie theaters available to watch it? or would you be just using the film as like a coaster, or trading it for gasoline? I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
Mr. Vet Noir, for your submission. Oh, the next one here comes from Philly Gundam fan, and it says that I don't know, man. I'm a Sir Bay fan, but he's said this one too many times, but I guess he's saying it again, that he's confirming that Transformers, the latest
Transformers?
the latest classic in the Transformers franchise, called The Last Night, it's going to be his last film. But I think didn't he say that after the second one?
That's why
He's like Kojima, who always says this Metal Gear is my last Metal Gear until
Please.
after 5, when it actually was the case. But
this is the biggest horse shit story I heard, that when this dropped is like he'll be back for 6. I'm not even I'm not even phased.
Because when all you jokers out there that hate him, but you're there release night watching it, and it's the number one movie and makes $1 billion, he'll be back. He'll say, well, But yeah, this is what he says here. I guess this is a quote from the article. It says, "It's bittersweet for me. With every Transformers film, I've said it would be my last. I've seen 120 million fans around the world who see these movies, the huge theme park lines to the ride, and the amazing Make-A-Wish kids who visit my sets, and somehow it keeps drawing me back." Is it really that, or is it just the Brinks truck that just backs up to his
with gold
his
bars?
Yeah, exactly.
no, Energon.
Yo,
Handled by Victoria's Secret models. He says he loves doing the movies. This film was especially fun to shoot, but this time it might really be it. So I'm blowing this one out. So is he trying to say that this one's gonna have more explosions than all other Transformers movies prior? I mean, that's a huge thing to do. So, but yeah, we got to kind of call bullcrap on that. And of course, Ben Noir then does another link about the brief history of Michael Bay quitting the Transformers movies. So,
wow.
So check that link out. Yeah, I'm sure it's pretty hilarious. I'll check it out later.
There you go.
I won't quit the Transformers. I love the Transformers. I want to make love to a Transformer.
But Mark, I heard that you're such a big Patriots fan, but why were you caught leaving at halftime? Didn't you believe in your man, the Brady and the Belichick, having the comeback? I mean, what a fan you are.
He was
You get-
going
you-
Oh, I
home to his
had to go make some burgers. I make the burgers myself.
Oh.
You been to one of my locations? Have you had a Wahlburger today?
Yeah.
Hey, I was wondering, where I'm from, Vietnamese food's very popular. Do you have any Vietnamese options in your hamburger stores?
Better get the fuck out of here if you don't want to get Facebook.
Yo, no lie. No lie, they opened up a Wahlburgers up the street from where I live. When they get ready to open it up around the
Is it any
corner.
good?
What's that?
Is it any good?
They haven't. I rephrased it. They're getting ready to open it up, but the building is built.
Are you gonna
it's-
go? Are you gonna check it out?
If the Wahlbergs are there, I might just check it out, man. I have to go there and
You get a free Transformer with every combo.
I'm sure. And the Energon Cube.
Has anybody in the chat eaten at one of these Wahlburgers things?
I don't know. It's chat. Let us know if you're eating at Wahlburgers, man. I'd like to know.
I'm just wondering if they're any good. I mean, for some reason, they seem like they're just going to be probably a very that weird taste with meat that has a bunch of steroids in it. So
That's the special ingredient.
special ingredient for him lately too. So thank you, Philly Gundam fan and Vet Noir for those submissions. And the last one here, Soul Bro. This kind of ties into what we're going to be talking tonight about. A little bit of rebellion. So you gotta get that too.
We were talking about a certain kind of apocalypse.
Well, there's only one we have to worry about.
Oh shit! Well, here we go. Let me let it rip.
Why is Neo so robophobic?
Take it away.
All right. This one comes from Squirrel Beast. I'd never seen this poster before, so or maybe I've just, but zero posts. So this must be a new poster. So welcome to the Neo's Listeners Minute News, there, Mr. or Mrs. Squirrel Beast. They gave me a link here to Gizmodo. 3 words that really shouldn't go together: underwater stealth robot. Yeah, that's
wow.
yeah.
Already, I'm gonna have nightmares tonight.
Yeah, as
Fear your toilets.
As the first sentence of the article states, as if the ocean wasn't already full of nightmares, researchers at MIT have developed a soft and flexible robot made of hydrogel, a material composed mostly of water. And the little bot's quick, strong, and almost completely invisible while submerged, allowing it to snatch up fish before they even realize they're being tracked. So,
wow.
Yeah, I mean, scientist. I'm all about saving the world. I'm all about doing really cool stuff. But why are we trying to do things that could be easily overridden and turned around and kill us? So, yeah, I'm going to have to go back in the bunker and have to redo some strategic plans, because now they can kill us from the water. And that's no good.
They can get us from everywhere, bro.
Yes,
and
they
they're
can.
coming up from underground soon.
And like you said, could you imagine dropping a deuce one day and you just get sucked down the toilet? Because
Grabs you by the testicles.
Oh, it goes up your anus.
it's terrible, man.
Balls first.
Whew! My God.
Oh,
The future is so bright.
not really. Because we're going to have to do nuclear winter to try to counteract our solar batteries. So, thank you, Mr. Squirrel Beast, for giving me nightmares tonight. Like I already don't have any. To the tone.
To the tone. Shout out to Fred. He says, well, as long as we get sex robots. Is it worth the cost, Fred? Is it worth the cost?
Just go to Japan.
That'll
be the one country where man and machine are one, and it's because everybody's screwing the freaking sexroids.
Mm-hmm.
So, but thank you everyone for your submissions, and if you ever have any news of any type, especially survey news, always go to the Neo's Listeners News articles thread of the Gundam section of the Mecha Talk forum, and make sure it's real news. We don't really like the alternative news because that's no good. I want to break a trend. I want to actually do hard-hitting facts.
What a trend breaker. Who knew that was going to be a novelty?
Using the work of other people.
So you don't want to be CNN then. You don't want to be fake news.
No comment. I'm not going down any rabbit holes. So, guys, our topic of the night, episodes 6 through 10 of Gundam, Iron-Blooded Orphans. How are we going to do this?
Well, we definitely will discuss them.
They're tremendous, wonderful, huge, the best robots, amazing robots.
So huge.
Huge robots.
They will be made in America.
And by that I mean Mexico.
We will build Gundam
Build a
plants.
wall in space between Earth and Mars, and all these rapists and kids and whatever from Mars with their robots and their mobile armors, and we're gonna keep them out, and it's gonna be beautiful.
It's so beautiful. Oh man. But
So,
mm-hmm.
Or episodes 31 through 35 if you're counting it the right way.
Oh yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
I was going by the way Soul Bro.
I'm the only jerk that calls it.
I was thinking in my head. I'm like, wait a second. I've been watching on Hulu, and it was like episode 31 through 36 or 35 or 6 or whatever. And I was like, what the heck is? But I figured Soul Bro knew what he was doing, so I won't
He
make
tries.
that
That was your first mistake.
Sorry.
You fuckers.
How long have you been doing this show?
Yeah, sorry about that. I had a momentary lapse of reason, so God damn it. Okay,
Great.
always remember, Soul Bro doesn't know what he's doing. Whatever he says, do the opposite.
There you go. Lesson learned, huh?
Holy jeez.
So 31 to 35, which we're only going to discuss the story of, or rather the summary of briefly, because of course you can read my reviews on MAHQ.net. So we pick up where we had left off before with the worsening situation on Earth with the Tekadon Earth branch, and now this conflict with the SAU, which has all been manipulated by a Rustal alien to screw over McGillis.
Mm-hmm.
So his man, Galen Mosa, is there commanding the Arbrow forces and secretly making the war a stalemate, which just leads to losses of life with Tekadon.
Mm-hmm.
And Takaki knows that something ain't right, but he can't quite figure out what it is. And him and Aston are just going out on fight after fight after fight, and everyone's getting worn down. So things eventually reach a head, and Orga is not happy that there's no contact from Earth, so he decides to send the boys over. But that's a couple of weeks, and by the time they get there, shit has really gone to hell. Now that the two countries have requested Gallarhorn's official help, which means that McGillis has to step in and is now fighting against Tekadon, who, of course, are secretly his allies. And this leads to Takaki trying to kill him and failing, and then sadly, and no one could have seen this coming, Aston dies.
No, it was
Ooh.
surprising. I mean, even though he had these stench and he was foreboding for how many episodes, it was really surprising to me, Chris. So thanks for that. You should give it a spoiler alert. Wait. Oh, I saw that.
So he dies in the Time Honored Gun tradition of knocking somebody aside at the very last second and taking the hit, which we've, by this point, seen, like a billion times?
Yeah.
Shows.
I almost think that needs to be, probably somebody needs to make that a YouTube, like, compilation of all, like, I'm pushing out his side, die violently. Ah!
It'd be a pretty long video, I would think.
Yeah, probably over an hour long, yeah. Dalo, get to it. No.
Yeah, Dalo, what are you doing? Stop being so lazy. Make the damn video. So the Mars crew arrives and they chase after Galen Mosa, which ends with Akihiro taking him down outside of some abandoned town and giving him the old scissor crunch. And then Galen does the usual, like, conversation at a strange moment while people are trying to kill each other, and then pulls a Hiro Yui, but then utterly fails.
Yeah. Hero's still really the best at that, isn't he? I mean, he's pretty much the best at blowing himself up.
He is, but Galen is not because he died, so...
Bearded man.
And then once it's figured out that all of this misinformation and miscommunication or lack thereof was the fault of Radice, who sold them out, Takaki gets the gun to do the dirty deed himself of taking him down rather than Mika doing it. So good on him. He at least got to avenge his friend.
Absolutely.
So the war ends, but the end result is that Tekadon has to leave Earth and pack their shit up, take it back to Mars. At the same time, McGillis makes Orga an offer he can't refuse, which is to be the king of Mars, eh? I'll give you this territory if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they were mad up Mafia in that whole discussion, weren't they?
Yeah.
So if Tekadon secretly continues to help McGillis, then when he seizes control of Gallarhorn, then he will give them control of everything relating to Mars, thus making Orga the king of Mars.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, Orga just blindly accepts this without thinking of the consequences and then has to go sell it to Naze
Yeah.
and to Tewaz. Because, hey, you know, people don't like that you upstart punks are getting in the middle of everything, and that's going to come back to bite you.
Exactly.
Not this segment.
Well, him becoming the king of Mars would definitely kind of put him in a higher standing than all his brothers in the Mafia. So that kind of is him kind of getting too big for his britches, at least in their eyes.
Clearly, Orga has never seen any, like, Yakuza movies.
Yeah, exactly. Or played any of the Yakuza games.
Exactly.
Well, he was human debris, so he didn't exactly grow up with all that stuff.
Yeah.
So
He needs to get on it.
Should
yeah.
have gotten on it by now, but anyway. You know, we transitioned back to Mars, and because they got the ass to Mars.
Hell yeah.
And little piece of junk being dug up leads to the discovery of the Gundam Floros that we've seen being put together and painted in Shino's garish colors. And they discover a big giant thing that McGillis tells them to stop digging up, and he rushes to Mars. And our friend Eok, or some like to call him Idiok for reasons that will become apparent very soon, gets this information from Jasly and presumes that McGillis is up to no good. So he and his boys rush over, and oops, they accidentally activate killer autonomous mobile armor, which we learn all of those were the cause of the Calamity War, and they would just run around killing millions of people. Oops! And they have beam cannons. Oops! Yeah.
Good times.
So, Neo, your thoughts on this batch of episodes?
Well, the first couple were kind of predictable, yeah, whatever. Then with the rise of the mobile armors and finding out they're autonomous, self-repairing, and have little like helper bots that repair them, plus go out and get more energy and eat people. Cockroach bots, pretty much. Yeah, grab the tomes very quickly. Got to see how this works, because did not think that Iron-Blooded Orphans might be going down the route of the robot apocalypse stuff. So that actually really kicked it into high gear, because now I'm like, what the hell was going on with this Calamity War? And you know, the whole discussion about, well, we find out why the Gundams were built, and you know, normally the Gundams in previous series, we always see the Gundams were built to try to best a human enemy or best the technology of your foe. But now it looks like somebody got a little crazy with the AI, it got loose, and the only way to really defeat these things are using the Gundams. And it seems like there is also some type of they can sense each other, which is really crazy. The mobile armors and the Gundams can kind of sense each other, because even Izaki was sitting there like, "Ooh, what's going on with Barbaros here?" I mean, he's acting a little strange. And then we find out he's got some type of limiter, and basically it looks like the pilots are really the thing that's holding back the sheer wanted destruction that comes out of the Gundam. So it's like, holy crap, we just went down.
Neo, would you call the mobile armor and its cockroach bots a colon death force?
Oh my god. Yeah, I definitely would say very much a colon death force. You know, it's oh my gosh, it was pretty bad.
So what you're saying is Iron-Blooded Orphans is a prequel to MD Geist? Oh, if that's the twist, I'm gonna have to shoot myself.
I'm gonna give MD Geist all its credit. It was the genesis of this. So Iron-Blooded Orphans is stealing for that one guy that used to own Central Park Media. I'm sure that's what he's been spewing on Twitter. Stupid IBO taken away from MD Geist. But yeah,
I'm sure.
And then of course Eoc. God, the stench of Jared is just all over this.
Oh, it's strong.
Holy, the Jared is strong in this one.
Oh my God, no doubt.
For again reasons that will become apparent starting, even more this episode, but then the next 5 episodes, it's become popular to Photoshop him into the Simpsons newspaper headline "Local Man Ruins Everything."
Yes. He is the party crasher. He's the ruiner of all things that are good. Oh my God! And he pulled a Leroy Jenkins, but that's for the next set episode. Let me fix my face.
Yes.
Good times.
And of course we get that. Of course we see Veter. I guess that's his name, Veter. The freaking
Vidar.
Vidar. Yeah.
Vidar. Yeah. Sorry, you say Vidar.
Some people.
Yeah, exactly. So we get that whole thing, and of course.
But I wonder who he is.
Oh my God, we'll never know.
Don't tell me. I don't know.
We'll never figure it out.
But yeah, and I'm really going to be starting to get excited now about what the Calamity War is all about, because we're going to have an exposition coming up here, maybe in short bursts or maybe just a whole data dump in one of these episodes. But really, what the hell is going on here? Because it seems like this thing was this bad, and it looks like Gallahorn. This is their big secret that they were suppressing, and probably part of the reason why they were, controlling everything like they were. So yeah, it was cool because in a lot of ways, Iron-Blooded Orphans to me is Gundam. A lot of it's got a huge whiff of wing on it, but and a lot of bro stuff. But this whole thing of really autonomous weapons. I can't really think. I mean, is there really any Gundam outside of maybe a little bit that they did with the Turn A and the Turn X being kind of like this? We never really seen this where there was like truly all autonomous weapons like the mobile armors, right?
Well, mobile dolls and wing.
Well, right. That's true. And
they also had mobile dolls in a certain live-action movie that shall not be mentioned.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And also there was Sid in Age that was autonomous.
Yeah, but the mobile dolls weren't really like this, though, were they? I mean, the mobile dolls they still had kind of a... They
had human programming, yeah.
Yeah.
But so armors, like, somebody had to program these mobile armors in IBO.
And on a more simplistic level, don't forget about the bugs from F91.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Yeah.
The humankind's worst enemy, right there.
Yeah. So autonomous killing machines are not a new thing in Gundam. It's just,
but it seems like, I guess maybe it seems more like these are just on their own though, and I get yes, they're all in the end were programmed by man, but it seems like with this happened so long. I guess maybe that's the thing that gets me about it is like,
I think Sid would probably be the closest comparison. Like, the whole thing just kind of lurking out there that comes back and is now wrecking shit.
Oh my God, yeah, it's and you're just sitting there like, why? I really didn't. I mean, honestly, I didn't really see it going that route when I was like, oh, they unearthed a mobile armor. What's this? Turn A. They're just going to sit there and use this now. And it's like when McGillis kind of freaks the fuck out. It's like, no, don't touch that thing. Leave it alone. And everybody's like, oh, he's just trying to, take some glory for himself. And then you find out it's like, yeah, no, he's actually the good guy in this. So, but definite good batch of episodes. Really ramping up the action and intensity in those last two. So back to you, Sir Chris.
All right, Sobro, your thoughts?
Well, I definitely get the feeling that things are ramping up in this series of episodes, just like Neo said. It's like you're going up an incline with this with the drop coming up really soon. And was
Gundam predictable at first? Like, it was very Gundam predictable, which is fine, but it felt like, wow, this is okay. I'm back to where I'm, but.
Yeah. Well, big shout out to Rick Prez, who says, I thought Tataki was going to die. Yeah, when they were death flagging Tataki so bad.
He's still going to die.
Oh, he probably. Well, I mean, he eventually leaves the group, but so I'm thinking that they may be out of the way of harm. Well,
It already happened.
It happened in this block area, but he leaves the group. And that is not the outcome I thought was going to happen. I thought Aston was going to survive, and Tataki was going to end up getting killed by McGillis or something like that.
Arnold, he's going to get in the head with a shell casing.
You never know.
Aston always was like, "Oh, I'm human debris. I have no value, blah blah blah." So of course he's gonna sacrifice himself.
Yeah, but I mean, I thought he was gonna actually grow out of that and end up having to take care of Fuka, and have to go from there and actually learn to become more of a sociable.
Keep in mind though that IBO is not at all subtle when it comes to who it plans to kill.
Which is fine.
They did to your boy Biscuit.
For Takaki is a little bit of a red herring, but if you just look at Aston's whole attitude, like, oh, maybe I should just die. Yeah, it's like, this dude was gonna die.
Yeah, I mean, and I think
he was way too gung ho. To be going in the battle.
The cool thing about the show is that it swerves us like that, and I thought that was really dope that they did that. And that when he was dying, he was saying that shit to Takaki. Yeah, but I don't think he was trying to alleviate Takaki from any responsibility from his death. I think he was actually trying to say that so that way he wouldn't mourn him, and it was just the opposite. Right. He mourned the fact that he could never go on and continue.
He meant that. I wish I never met you to put you through the pain as you see me slowly die.
Pretty much.
Because I pushed you out of the way and I got crushed.
Boy,
Yancy
did he.
Here says, I hope Derma still lives in the end. Well, what Derma has going in his favor is that he gets no screen time and he's not friends with anybody. So
yeah, exactly.
There's no tragedy to be wrung from killing.
Well, I mean, if anything,
he's just there.
He's the last kid pirate to be around, so I'd like to see if he makes it. It'd be pretty cool. The good thing is he's off screen all the time, as you mentioned, and the fact that if he does get popped off, he'll probably be literally human debris, and won't even know he gets killed.
The last episode that we just saw him in, I don't even think that he spoke. So it's like that's how unimportant he is. He doesn't even get to talk in every episode that he shows up.
You know what? Aston actually lived up to his goal of being human debris. I mean, he's more human fertilizer, but
damn it.
Well, I mean, he, like Chris said, he's just, I'm human debris. Yeah. Woe is me. You're part of the new Yakuza on the block, man. I mean, what?
It's a kid that lived with PTSD. He's gonna be a little damaged. I mean, look at his face.
Yeah, but look at Zaki and all those guys and Orga.
They're all fucked up.
PTSD.
That is true. You raise a very good point. They are all sorts of fucked up. And
I mean, this the Tekagon they're a psychiatrist's dream. No. I mean, once they get their health plan together, once they get their space affordable care act going, the psychiatrists are gonna make a lot of money off these guys.
Off of Orga Care.
Orga Care.
Nice. They just need a full-time shrink in their at their base to sit down with them.
Well, the full-time staff. I mean, this is a lot of guys, man. So
a lot of kids going through some shit. But yeah, man, that was definitely that dramatic moment ranks as some of the series best, at least to me. Leading to the fight with Galen versus Akihiro. I love the shit out of this, and Akihiro went raw dog on him. The fact that he styled on him, dude. Oh my god, he said, "Look, I'm gonna take you out with this brutal ass weapon."
Snip.
Yo, and Galen thought he was gonna get away. That's the best part about all that shit. It's like, well, I'm out. I'm gonna leave all my boys to get killed. No. Akihiro said, "You killed my brother, dude. I'm gonna fuck you up." Yeah. And he went in there with the pair of scissors.
Son, you didn't read the manual. You're in some broke ass old mobile suit. You're not gonna scratch it.
You're not gonna fuck with this Gundam. It was a 10-0 matchup for real, and just the brutality of that fight was incredible, dude. When I saw that shit, and when Akihiro murdered him and did that JoJo pose, I lost my mind. I lost my fucking mind. But it was great. But it also foreshadowed that I don't think Akihiro is going to be long for this world. I think that what Galen said to him is going to come back around and bite Akihiro in the ass, and I think he's going to go out similarly later on in the series.
He's B-level pilot that's good enough to make it to the final battle.
Yeah.
And either that or he's going to be the rallying cry. He'll be the rallying point when everybody's feeling down, and he valiantly sacrifices himself. And we got to do it for Akihiro. I mean, come on, you've seen this before. It's all happened before.
Pretty much. Akihiro is going to definitely go. I hope if he goes out, I hope he goes out big, though, man. But I like his character.
He is.
His character used to be distant and didn't think he had value, but he helped to kind of rescue those kids and give them a life, and to have one of them die like that, it stuck with him, and it's affected him, and it's affected him in ways that I think Akihiro could emote to. And
yo, man,
somebody
muscle
says
unit forever.
Yeah.
If somebody says Mika will lose his Hoder, I guess they mean. I hope he goes out better than Hoder did.
Hold the door.
Hold the space door.
Hold the scissors.
It was Amani Marks that said that. So.
Oh, yo, shout out to Amani, man. That's good shit. Good stuff,
call, sir.
Nicely done. Nicely done. But
But wouldn't Hush be Mika's Hodor?
yeah.
Yeah, I guess
I look at that as
always carrying him around.
it's more like Luke Skywalker or Yoda. That's what it looks like to me.
Except that Luke Skywalker actually learns stuff, and Hush is just a dumbass.
Yeah, Hush has got a ways to go. Oh my god, good stuff. But yeah, when Tatsuki had to handle business, man, when he actually took point and took out the trash, Radis, man, that was so fucking satisfying. That guy, man, the fact that he even got into Tekadon and was able to do as much damage as he did, it sickened me. And to see Takaki actually take responsibility and execute that guy was definitely a seminal moment. I thought he was going to be.
That was freaking pretty badass.
That was
actually.
great.
I was like, hell yeah, welcome to the Yakuza. You got your stripes there, kid. I felt some Soprano stuff going on there. It's like, he's
a
the
made
next
man.
Step, that neck getting made.
That's the kind of
good, Christopher.
Exactly. That's the kind of cat.
Remember when they were trying to get Bobby to? It's like, oh yeah, you never get your button. You got to go take out this dude. Canada? Yeah, it's the same thing. Awesome.
It's pretty much when he did that, you could see that
Sopranos.
Yeah, it's Space Sopranos, but it looked like he was actually going to be stepping up as a leader, and then he decides to leave, and it's like, I can't blame you, dude, because you feel like all those deaths are on your watch, and this guy Galen played you and got all this shit to happen, and he fucking took it hard, but he also realized that if he keeps doing this, his sister's going to end up alone, and so I respected his decision when he left. I didn't think it was that bad of a deal. Yeah, I mean,
the family will take care of her. That's how that works, man.
They will. Even when Mika was telling him, it's like, you should go. You should leave and don't worry about us. Don't even think about us. Of course he will, but it was Mika's way of
he's
saying
he's gonna get brought back in.
Yeah, the storyline may bring him back in. You never know. I would imagine it will eventually.
Trying to get out, and they brought me back in.
Yeah, he'll eventually help him out again, or may become collateral damage when the city blows up. Who knows? Edmonton may not be long on the map. I don't know. But it was good to see Chad up and about, and he got to heal up and go back to Mars, only to see that old Nadi and Maribit were a couple. I guess Chad maybe had some designs on trying to go after Maribit, but that got shot down. But to see old Nadi, man, hitting them skins, it was good. He's hitting the soap. He's taking up hygiene and cleaned up, man. He don't stink like shit anymore. And it's good to see a brother be getting some in the Gundam series, man. I didn't think that him and Maribit would pair up. That was a fucking great reveal, man. I have to say that shit tickled me pink.
Why Chad's gotta be such a hater, man?
That's what I'm saying. He thought he was gonna be the only brown skin to get some.
Like, let a brother have some fun, man.
Yo.
Guys like dirty all the time, always fixing all their stupid mobile suits for them. Let the guy enjoy himself.
He works hard. He works hard, man. Let the brother get his taste, bro. And Maribit, that's the best choice you could get. She's so cool. She's the coolest chick, man. Good stuff. And as I
got the Sobro seal of approval.
Damn right, man. You fuck the badass seal of Sobro approval. There you go, my man. Naughty, good shit. But Vidar, man, I was glad to see that he got to strut his stuff and in one of the episodes where he finally got to do those mock battles.
He's less annoying, right? Even with his stupid, like all his dumb things that he says prior, he's less annoying when he starts fighting.
I don't think he's annoying, but then again, I like him.
He's kind of annoying though. I mean,
is he?
Well, I think it was because we didn't really see him doing anything, so he's just that dude in the background, like freaking Mr. Monday Morning Quarterback. So, it was nice to see that happen.
It was good to finally see him start his stuff. I can't wait to see him actually get in a fight with our boy McGillis. I know he's chomping at the bit to do so, man. Can't wait to see the bloodshed. I don't know if McGillis can take him. I don't know if he can. He's too OP now. But speaking of McGillis, man, he's still keeping lollies close to the vest, man.
Lolly for life.
Best place to have them.
Oh my God, Almira! That scene with the two of them. I know they were talking about what's his name, Agnika Kairu. He's the guy who founded Gallahorn. I guess he's reading a book. He's obsessed with that motherfucker, right? And to the point that he's telling Mika that he reminds him of the guy, which I wonder if that's gonna be a plot point later on of some point. But he's sitting there talking to Almira, and she's just all over him, and the imagery of that shit just makes my skin crawl. I like McGillis, but it's like, McGillis, man, tell this girl to go to school. She's too young. You shouldn't even be this close to her.
Play on the slide.
That's like, damn, I know you engaged, but she's 8. Come on, dude. This is not cool. This is not cool, dude. What if somebody comes into my office and sees this shit? Sees me watching this bullshit.
Well, here's an idea. Maybe you shouldn't be watching this stuff at work.
No, I'm talking about my office at home.
Well, just put your wiener away.
Yo, show road, don't stand so close to me. That's exactly the song they should be playing at that shit. Oh my God, dude. But I wonder where that's gonna follow through. I know the reason why she's still around is because there's unfinished business between him and Vidar. So eventually that's gonna come up, and she's gonna end up being a poker chip and all of that shit. So it's gonna be interesting to see the damage that's gonna cause between them, and that'd be the only way he has any leverage over Vidar, because in a straight up fight, Vidar would destroy him. And rightfully so. Fred says McGillis was never painted as a good person. Using a child to gain power isn't behind him. That's very true. He's diabolical, but he has this facade where he can be cool too. That's the cool thing about him. It's like he's not 100% a villain. At least we haven't seen all his villain cards, but we know he has the ability to be a straight douche. But he's a mastermind too, which makes me wonder exactly where his character is going to go, and how he may end up being the last villain, or he may end up being someone they're going to have to deal with eventually. Tekadon, that is, will have to deal with eventually. Because right now they have a partnership, they're working together, things are cool until they're not.
Well, here's the thing. He's getting a Gundam, and unless Russell Alien is hiding a Gundam somewhere, either for himself or for Julia, it's looking like McGillis is probably going to end up being the baddie.
Yeah, I'm sure it escalates. But he is one of the best masterminds we've seen come along since Trey's. I got to say, no one will ever be Trey's. But if there's anybody there who could definitely catch some of his swagger, I'd say McGillis is up there. He's just got some pretty bad tendencies, man. And I'll be interested to see exactly where the story's going to take him. But
Trey's wasn't exactly. I mean, he was messing with what's her face, Letty Young. I mean, granted, she was a grown ass woman, but he was damn manipulative on her fact too, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
hey man, Trey's even orchestrated his own death. He knew exactly when he was going to die, and nothing was going to take him out to let that shit happen. That's how badass that man was. But we've waxed enough about him.
Trey's is so badass, he knows that even God would forgive him.
Pretty much.
He just knows it.
Even God would forgive us for the steps we're taking. God would understand. He
says it with the confidence, like he just knows, like
he talked to God that day.
Yeah,
he's like, God, this is what I'm gonna be saying. Are you cool with this? Yeah, it's about right.
Yo, Show says Trey's didn't want to be a wing anymore. He had enough.
Probably has some truth to that.
Oh my God. But also Eok, man, you brought him up, man. The other brown, the other brown skin in the show, making us all look bad. God damn, yo, Eok is a piece. Y'all mess up. He might as well be, man. He's no longer Sobro's man, though. You can't be a Sobro's man and a loser villain. It's against the rules. It's against the rules.
True.
That's true.
That is against the laws of physics.
I got a new Sobro's man to fill in.
Who that? Oh,
Who's that?
Hush.
Zach.
Oh, please.
Zach.
Oh,
yeah,
Zach. Zach is.
Zach. It is the Sobros.
He does nothing but like deliver donuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zach's the guy with the 50s hairdo, right? The guy with the
Pompadour.
The Pompadour. I like that guy. He's all right. He's all right.
Yeah.
I'll accept that.
Hence
the fact that he's.
I mean, one of the other things of being a Sobros man is Sobros got to be like, you know what? He's all right. So
Useless and Sobro likes him. Those are the two key elements.
I do, man.
All the way back to the king.
The motherfucker look like Space Dandy.
in no way that he is Space Dandy.
No, he just looks like him. That's it.
Yeah,
Yo,
except that Space Dandy had a show.
shout out to Rick Press. Yo, he did have a. Yo, shout out to Rick.
Space Dandy.
Yo, Rick read my mind. IBO Space Dandy. If only he was cool, though. If only he was as cool as Space Dandy was. But, Naze, though, man. The Smooth Criminal's getting set up for a death flag, man. This fucking guy. What's his name? Jasley, man? Piece of shit scumbag, man. He's trying
This fucking
guy. He's trying to set everybody up. Fucking guy.
Yeah, man, it's Space Sopranos.
Oh.
I mean, all we got to do is put some MFs and stuff in there, and how you doing?
He's like Space Ralphie, dude. He shows up in the 4th season.
I think once the show completes, we're gonna have to draw the parallels of this in the Sopranos. Just to sign everybody a role, you know.
Oh man! What?
Didn't Atra's old manager have the butcher shop? So there you go.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That's right. Oh man!
Oh, the fucking Abriles. Oh my god! But yeah, he's definitely on my shit list, man. I forget if it happened in this series of episodes, but didn't he have that one aside with Naze's lady outside of a meeting? That's probably the next set of episodes. So let me stop talking on that one. But he was definitely talking some shit to her as well. But the last thing I'll bring up is the setup for Tekadon versus the what's it called, the Hashmal, the fucking nightmare mobile armor they unearth, and it's like how did they not listen to McGillis in the first place to not let them fuckers get close to activate that shit? Granted, it makes for Idiok, of course.
It's that, and everybody, and McGillis is this shifty dude that everybody knows has an agenda. Mm-hmm. So the one time that, all the times that he's done something and you knew in the end he had something, and everybody's like, oh, damn, I just stepped in this dude's thing. The one time he was probably actually being truthful, they're all like, nah, this guy's got some type of agenda going. And then it's like, oh, really? Yeah.
Yo, shout outs to Ed. He says we need Baba Yaga to take care of that guy. Yo, fucking take care of Jasley? Yeah, we do. We definitely do. But yeah, man, the next series of episodes are gonna have some spectacular fight scenes, man. I can't wait to talk about them on the next time we break down the review. But
you say that almost like if you've seen it.
Oh my god, it's amazing, right? I just pulled it out of my ass and from the future. But no, this is a great series of episodes, man. It definitely helps to ramp up everything and helps to establish a lot of the lore that's happened in the past.
Shit out of you.
Oh yeah, it freaking gives Neo nightmares. He can't go to sleep. He sleeps with one eye open now.
Should get everyone of us nightmares.
Hey man, this series will be put into the tomes, just like Battlestar Galactica, man. It's got to.
I wouldn't go that far.
It's teaching lessons, bro. It's teaching lessons about.
It is teaching lessons.
The robo-apocalypse. Don't trust them.
Be vetted.
That's right. Don't trust them, goddamn robots. Don't do it. But back to you, Chris.
Well, I don't have anything to particularly add compared to what you all said, but I do like that in the last few episodes of this batch, well, mainly in 35, and then we'll hear more in 36, but of shedding some light on the Calamity War that, has always kind of been lurking in the background and hanging a shadow over the series, but never much discussed.
Yeah.
And it's good to know that we now have the cause for the war, these autonomous mobile armor killing machines. The big question that has still not been answered is why. So we know the what and the when and the how, and the where.
But why would
not
they
the
build?
why.
Yeah.
Well, and the other thing, though,
Why would somebody build these autonomous mobile armors that are trained to massacre entire cities?
Well, the other thing too is we got to find out is how many are around still, because that's gonna probably creep up too, because there's got to be more.
As we've seen from this series and from Turn A, there's always something else lurking inside the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't dig.
Up.
Yeah.
Anything major that we missed that we haven't talked about yet about these episodes at all?
Shout out to Vidar for being a cool ass kicker.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, granted, I would hope that after all the shit that he's been through, that he would be armed to the teeth and a nightmare to deal with. And it looks like he's definitely going to be. So I'm excited to see exactly him go toe to toe with not only McGillis but also the Tekadon boys too, man. Whenever that happens in the later episodes.
All right, so why don't we do some ratings for this batch of episodes?
Ooh.
Nia, what do you give episodes 31 to 35?
I'm gonna have to give this probably 4 out of 5. Guess just killer robots. I was gonna try to do something witty, but really, the only thing that can be said is killer robots.
All right, Sobro, your rating.
I'd have to give it also likewise Neo. I'd have to give it 4 out of 5. Fucking guys.
There you go.
Yeah, these guys got to go, man. Yo, I just want to see the Yakuza in this series dispense some justice on Jazzly, man. I can't wait to see it. I'm excited.
It's so coming.
I want to see his freaking fur coat burn. I can't wait to see it. Oh, piece of shit. And Eok get his fucking just desserts. I hear he's still alive in the latest episodes, so I'm gonna have to hold that L. But maybe eventually he will.
Well, he's Jared.
He is Jared. He can't go until the last episode.
Yeah.
They gotta wait to pop that champagne.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I'm going to give this one 4 out of 5 inappropriate lolly seating arrangements.
There you go. I wanted to say 4 to 5 bad touches. I don't want to go that far, though. I don't want to go that far.
4 out of 5, please point out on the doll where Mackie touched you.
4 out of 5, this is way too moe for us. Get that moe shit out of here.
That's funny.
Oh, shout out to Phantom Killer. 4 out of 5, fuck Eox. Yazzie says, not even Jared. Eok is Burn Burnings. Actually, shout outs to Philos Master. He said that earlier. He said Burn Burnings is definitely the measure of the pathetic loser villain. That guy sucked so hard. He did, but you know what? Burn Burnings did what he was supposed to do in the end. He came through. I gotta give him something.
Yeah.
It was a powered victory, but he came through.
Yeah, Jared is still.
Jared went out with a goose egg.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for you, I would have.
He went up and he bounced into an exploding fucking space cruiser and blew up. All right,
You know what though?
Pinball.
It's still not quite as bad as Chronicle just falling and then bonking his head and the camera keeps going.
That's pretty fucking terrible.
After seeing a vision of his sister.
Yes.
Man. I agree with Robert Bell. Jared sucks. Just overall.
Because at least with Burn Burnings too, though, at the end, I mean, Sho's still kind of worried about that guy. Mm-hmm. Camille had he didn't even know Jared was still around.
Burn Burnings ran a freaking sword through Sho.
Yeah, so he did kind of win. I mean, it was Pyrrhic, but yeah, he still won. I mean,
he won by default.
Camille's just like, oh crap, you're still around? Like,
whatever, go away, loser. You basically bitch slapped him into an exploding ship.
Exactly. Yeah. Like he was trash because he was.
So
yo, good times. Yeah. Oh my god. But we got some tweets.
Oh.
Shout out to everybody who participated in using the hashtag Gundam Live 185. Let's take out the first one. Let's see.
Who birthed?
Yo, that's Sho.
that was pretty nice. I give that a 7.5.
And he's way in the back of the room
I
too.
give it 5 out of 7.
5 out of 7. Good shit. You get ratings, bro.
And the Romanian judge only gave you a 4.
Oh man,
So.
exactly. He's tough to please. Yo, shout out.
You didn't stick the finish. So.
Yazi gets us a picture here. He says a reason not to hate Eok. I'll share this picture with you guys. A reason not to hate Eok. I don't think it exists. And he put up a picture of this nonsense right here. Not sure what that is. Let me blow this up. Get this in the bigger window here. Oh my god.
Well, I'm watching you do this on YouTube.
Oh,
That's
my
the amazing
God.
thing about
What the
technology.
hell? It's fucking terrible. Yo, Eok, stay terrible, bro. Shout out to Yazi. Thank you, sir. He also asks your thoughts on how the non-beam weapon aspect was handled in IBO even after the premiere of the Deadly Hazmel. Well, I mean, if the robots themselves have beam weapons, I'll allow it because that definitely raises the stakes on how they have to deal with them and how terrible those things are. So
you'll allow it?
Yeah, I'll allow it. But what do you guys think about it?
Thanks you.
I didn't know that Sunrise was consulting with you and getting your.
Oh, you didn't see his credit in the last
this.
episode?
Man, you
tell
all my secrets, bro. I got him on the horn. I got him on the bat phone. Don't worry. I've been contributing.
Additional nonsense by Soul Pro, right?
That's right. They got me credited as part of the story group. The least wanted part of the story group.
he's right after Inspired by
I'm credited as Stupid Guy Jin. So we're right. You're welcome. But yeah, it was pretty dope to see that the Hazmel had beam cannons and all that shit, man. That makes it scary as hell. And what do you guys think about that?
Well, it makes sense. Yeah.
But it makes me wonder, is like how come the Gundams didn't come equipped with the same type of weaponry? But then again, it's immune to that weaponry, so it can use it, but it's
right.
You can't use it on it. So.
I guarantee probably the workaround is this because of the size of the mobile armors. That type of weaponry has to be, takes up that much more space. Probably the reason why it's autonomous.
Yeah,
I guarantee that's probably what it is, and I'm probably wrong, but I'll be all right with that.
You'll live.
Yeah, I'll live.
But Chris, any thoughts?
No.
All right, there you go. Next up, Yazi puts up a tweet here. It says, Neo, if only the Edmonton branch of Tekadon had the 2 newest recruits for the ABRA/SAU war, and he shows of course, the Great White North guys, the McKenzie brothers, Bob and Doug. If they were there, they would win all the. If they were there, they'd win all the battles with Brewskis.
Well, not only that, but they'd have Posehead with them. So.
Oh yeah, that guy was ready to take on those fucking giant robots.
Yeah, just give him a little beer, and then he's good to go. Elsnor beer, and he's ready to go, man.
Hazmo would pee himself.
But actually, I mean, they're in the Toronto branch, so it makes sense that they're not in the Edmonton branch.
Oh yeah, true. They'd have to travel, and they're not about that life.
Well, they do have that van, so.
That's true. But they're busy shooting movies, man. Take off, you hoser.
That would be actually funny if there's a Canadian recruit that does like some guy, anonymous guy in the background, like, oh my god, these hosers are hard to kill.
Yeah. Be amazing. Yazi also writes, it's quite sad to say that even Chronicle Asher from Victory Gundam is more competent than Eok Kujan. Man, you may have a point, bro. Chronicle got a few things done. Eok is just, he's there to be trash. He's there to be a total fucking scumbag.
Eok, his journey's not finished yet, so before we start crowning anything, let's see how this whole journey ends. And it'll end bad, but
how will it be received if he turns out to be redeemed in the end? Is that even possible?
I mean, anything's possible, but is it likely? Christ. Probably not.
Probably not. Fucking terrible. Shout outs to Sir Link. He says Eok Kujan is garbage character and should be taken care of like garbage. Yeah, we agree, man. Burn him. Take him out. Deal with them like the Japanese do, man. Take him out back. Throw him in the bin and light him up. Damn. Trash, man. Trash. Get him out of here. And you shouldn't even be. That's the problem when you have the aristocracy in charge, man.
This guy sounds like a terrible person.
He's a goofball piece of shit. He's the fucking worst. I can't wait to see him die. Good shit. All right, next up, Sir Link also writes, also loving one of the new Tekadon guys. Hush Midi, guy kind of reminds me of Joey Wheeler from Yu-Gi-Oh! Underdog. But he looks like the dude from Gintama, though. That's the thing.
Oh yeah, he kind of does, doesn't he?
He kind of looks like the dude from Gintama. I forget his name, but that character's awesome. Oh yeah, Ed, that stuff is called nanolaminate. He says, what is the stuff called that protects from lasers? Nanolaminate. Imani Marks wrote that. So yeah,
I thought it was called plot device.
Plot device it is. Yo, plot fucking device.
Plot armor. Engage.
Literal plot armor shows that. The Black Cat says, sober on the story team, the Maribit cross naughty pairing makes sense. Hey, man, I do my best, bro. I do my best. But Alejandro says, any chance for season 3 of the show? I'm thinking there will be. Or there'll be a movie to wrap up any loose ends.
Well, we know at least there'll be a movie, no matter what happens.
If there's not a season 3, there'll be a movie. But I think there might be a season 3. Honestly, I'm sure I'll show him eat shit when the time comes. But I would like to. I would.
You heard it here, folks.
There you go.
Yep.
Sobro predicting season 3.
Hey man, I did predict.
Everyone, quick to 4chan.
I did predict that Galio was coming back, so yeah, there might be some validity to my. Who knows? Who knows? But thank you, Alejandro. I appreciate it.
Who would have thought that someone presumed to be dead could come back and turn out to not be dead in Gundam?
In Gundam, of all things. Hey, that's what I said. That's what I said when I predicted it.
That was a stretch. That was a stretch there, Soul Bro.
There you go. I know. It's so unbelievable. But Alejandro also writes, it's not related to IBO. Do you guys recommend a new Gundam license from Vertical? Well, actually, we talked about some earlier in the news. But I know a lot of people are clamoring for Crossbone. I could care less about Crossbone. I'd love to see again. I don't think. What's that?
Ain't gonna happen because as we know, a while back, Ed Chavez said nothing pre 2007.
Yeah,
and they're not gonna bother doing any of the sequels to Crossbone if they can't do the originals, so
You think we have a chance of getting the 0083 redo though at all?
Maybe at some point. It depends how long it'll end up being, because they are not even at the halfway point of that story yet. So
yeah. So I guess we'll see. But I would say the 003
There's also the G manga by Imagawa that redoes the story of the TV series. So
is that currently going right now? Did that wrap up recently, or is that currently going right now?
I don't know if it's still running. I want to say that it's done because it was running for a while, but again, that depends how long that is, and of course, Vertical will gauge to see what the fan reaction is. I don't know what's out there after Glory of Losers that would be most requested that is actually feasible, as in not Crossbone.
Yeah, and I think Glory of the Losers is a good call.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, Gundam Wing has always been popular, and it's by far the most popular series over here in the United States. So it would just make sense to bring that over here, and I'm glad that they are. But hopefully reignite interest in Gundam Wing again, and you never know what may launch from that. But shout out to Alejandro.
Live action movie.
Oh boy.
Live action movie.
How do you want Eok to be killed? Oh, I want him to go out like Chronicle Asher, man. I want him to go out insignificant, bro.
No. Then you mean Jared then?
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a blaze of glory though. He went on the blaze. Chronicle just bounced off of something, snapped his neck, and became insignificant within seconds.
Jared went in a blaze of glory, just kind of knocked away like a tin can into a exploding warship. He still got
a blow up though. His death was a spectacle. That's the point.
I think Idiok needs to die in the most embarrassing way possible, as befitting his idiocy.
Yeah.
And I want him to choke on a chicken wing.
Choke on the chicken wing. Show says he should die in the toilet.
Elvis died.
Like Elvis?
A big metal blade is just
Elvis died on the toilet.
It's like goddamn Devin was on top of the ship again.
He killed like debris. Like fucking human debris. Let him go. Fuck that guy.
I just want him to be enjoying, chicken dinner. And then he gets this bad news that Tekadon's outside his house. and then he chokes on a chicken wing, and then he dies.
Exactly.
And then Mikazuki smashes his house with the mace anyway.
Taken out by a stool.
You know what? I want him to die like Kirk in Generations. He's crushed by a fucking bridge, and he's looking up. He's monologuing, and then he says, "Oh."
Bro, why would you put the two of them in the same category?
Yeah.
That's not cool.
Because Kirk deserved better. This guy does not. This guy does not.
Yeah,
he does. I'm just saying. Kirk deserves better. That's why I'm hateful enough to say that. But that's what's up. Thank you, Alejandro. Fried Egg says, "Do you love my profile pic?" And he has a profile pic of Eok. That's it. Crying though. Eok crying. I'll accept it. Because he's a bitch. Fried Egg, you all right, but Eok is terrible. All right, and
Or terrible.
Terrible. Shout out to Rob Mallard. He says, "Sobro, your boy has been established for IBO Season 2. I nominate the cowards on Jasley's Bridge last ep." Well, I don't know what that is, but if it means anything, if they're on a bridge and some shit happens, then chances are it's not good. It's not good. But shout out to Rob Mallard. Thank you very much for that tweet. And let's see, Dorothy Fawn, who plays Meribit in the dub, also played Nina Purpleton in 0083. He says, hashtag I need a shower, hashtag gross.
Well, I mean, she was an actress. You
It ain't
can't
her
blame
fault.
her. Yeah, exactly.
No, not so much her. Well, yeah, but you know what? I'll if anything, I don't blame Dorothy Fawn.
What are you saying there, Soul Bro?
I don't
tongue tied there.
I don't blame Dorothy Fawn for having to put food on the table. Someone had to take the heat for playing whack ass
script. She didn't write the script, did she? And then maybe you can blame her then.
Someone had to take the heat for playing whack ass Nina Purpleton. If anything, Dorothy Fawn, you still cool in my book. Unfortunately, Nina Purpleton will be. Well, maybe she will be in the manga. But thank you very much for that tweet, Rob Mallard. Always the fantastic Rob Mallard. Thank you, sir. American Kato, and this will be the last tweet. Eok has managed to get near universal hatred from the fandom. Oh, don't worry, man. 4chan will be defending him next week. Don't worry. It'll happen. I've ordained it. Thank you so much.
It sounds like the internet stands united.
Oh man, that's rare. The internet never stands united. But if anything, if they do for this thing,
I'll about season 2 of 00. They were united about that being the worst.
I'm sure it was. I'm sure they were. Season 2, the worst season ever constructed. Right? Good stuff. But that's it for the tweets, and shout out to everybody who submitted those tweets. Thank you so much, and everybody who's in the chats. Thank you very much. Imani Mark says, "Eok is the IBO Trump, yes or no?" I'll leave it up for you guys to decide. Thank you. Thank you very much. There you go. But anything else you guys want to mention about these episodes before we wrap things up?
They're amazing.
They're huge.
Tremendous. Bigly space action.
Sweet. But that's what's up, man. Props to everybody who checked out the episode tonight, man. Thank you guys for tuning in for Gundam, episode 185, where we spoke about and we reviewed episodes 31 through 35 of season 2 of Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans. What I like to call episodes 6 through 10 of season 2. But I will stand 6 through 10. Yes, that's the new number I just came up with. 6 through 10. But 6 through 10 of IBO. Season 2. Make sure you guys check us out here on YouTube. If you're not watching it live, if you're watching the archives, you want to see some of the visuals we had during the stream, check it out at youtube.com/GundamMAHQ. And also make sure you visit the websites, guys. You know where to go. MAHQ.net, where the magic happens. Mechatalk.net. That's the new forums. Just got an overhaul, guys. It looks great. It's got a little hint of green, man, in time for in a few weeks for St. Patrick's Day. That's right, man. Yo,
it's the St. Patrick's Day motif.
It's got the spirit. It's got the spirit of the Irish, guys. So go out, check it out.
If Char sees his shadow, then winter lasts 3 times longer.
That's what's happening. But go there, register, join the conversation. There's plenty of great forums there, including Gundam at MAHQ's forum. You can also visit us on Facebook at facebook.com/group/MAHQ1. Chaos Theater also is another podcast that's part of the MAHQ website as well. It's hosted by Chris and Pedro, and they speak about everything that's not mecha anime. So make sure to check that out over on chaostheater.blogspot.com. You can also find it on iTunes, much like our show. Follow us on Twitter at those Twitters that you see down below. And last but not least, you can find episodes of our show at gundam.net. And yes, yes, Elliot, I'm going to post up episode 15 as well as the missing episodes. I'm going to get on that this weekend. Plus, the last episode that we did is going to get posted this weekend along with this one. So be on the lookout for that. I am. So hold me to them, please. Otherwise, you can put me on display as usual. But
tweet at him if he doesn't do it by 12 by close of business.
Tweet at customer service.
That's right. Expose me. Expose. Showbo's a fucking hack. Expose me.
You don't have to be rude about it.
Put me on blast.
Soul Bro. Where are those episodes? Just keep doing that. Retweet, like, retweet.
There you go. There you go. Hey, Elliot's always cool though, man. Elliot's been one of our longtime listeners. He's the shit, and props to him. EA Net dude, as you guys have known, as he's a constant submitter to the news, and props to everybody who's been listening to the show for quite some time, especially our transition into streaming onto the internet. But before we go, Neil and Chris, anything you guys wanted to mention before we head out?
I just want to thank Sho for his bodily functions being broadcasted over the internet. That was a fine burp that you did, sir, and I commend you. And I hope that you do more in the future for us. Thank you again.
If only he could hear you. He didn't have his headphones on.
That's fine.
Boy,
that's fine. You just let him know.
I certainly will.
Did I miss the joke?
You did. You sure did miss the joke. Thank you.
But it wasn't a bad joke. It was a good joke.
It was a good joke. He was thanking you for your bodily fluids, your bodily noises, bodily functions.
Bodily fluids.
I was wondering if I'm the one that has to supply.
That's a different podcast.
Yeah.
Chris, anything you wanted to mention before we head out?
I hate everybody.
As usual, per usual. You gotta leave with that affirmation. Good shit. But all right, guys, we're gonna head on out. For Neo, Chris, and myself, Sober Ryu, you guys have been listening to Gundam at MAHQ episode 185. We'll see you guys later, man. Take it easy, man. Peace.
Ah, Coach. So that's what keeps you on your toes.
Could be.
Sober on doing the other thing.